franchise Shane Douglas, and you watching Pounding the Meat.
What is up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Pounding the Meat podcast. It's a Thursday evening. What up, Vaughn? How are you, my human friend? Tonight, I'm having a little Jim Beam vanilla. It's been that type of week, man. I've been sick. I'm just getting better. Just starting to feel normal. But I don't know if it was allergies, COVID-20. I don't know what it was, bro. That shit messed me up. Shakon, what's up, man? How are you? What up, Dirty Frank? How you doing, brother? Drew, welcome. Good evening, my man. Wrestling Bonkers, how are you? I may still sound a little stuffy. If I do, I apologize, man. Nico, what's good, bro? Pods, what's up, man? You feeling it, bro? A lot of people will disagree with me right now, but I feel this is the best DMX album. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I know a lot of people say It's Dark and Hell is Hot is the best one, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for Flesh of my flesh, bro. David, what's up, man? How are you, brother? Justin, I'm doing good, man. How are you, man? Oh, it's morning over there. Well, good morning. Good morning. And what up, Juan? How are you? Let me bring on the crew. Jones is out right now. It's his wife's birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Jonesy's wife, to Mrs. Jones. So he's being the bitch right now. He's cooking her a nice steak, nice dinner. You know, so he's being her bitch for now until he's my bitch June 29th in AEW Fight Forever. I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna whoop his ass, bro. Thank you, Nico. I agree. I think this is the best album. Let's bring him on, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest boy in the world is here. Joey V is in the building. What is up, Joey?
Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling.
Can't get up. There you go. I'm slipping. I'm falling, and I got to get. I think isn't that the first album?
No, that's
That's this one.
How do you not know that?
Because I haven't listened to it in about 10 years.
Get me back on my feet so I can tear your shit up.
I remember the song, It's Okay, It's Alright, Fuck All Day, Fuck All Night. Call my bitches, cause wherever I go, yo, my bitches, east to the west coast, all my bitches.
I think Slippin' is track number 11 or 12 on that.
Let me see. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. I'm gonna look at this right now, bro.
You wanna know how I know that? Because that came out in 1998. You remember the hip hop hits like Volume 3 or whatever? I had Volume 3 and Slippin' was on that.
DMX, Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. Here we go. We got My N-Word. I can't really say that, even though I do have the N-Word card from Jones. I have been given a lifetime supply of N-Word cards. I don't feel it's proper for me to use it.
What's up, Justin?
Bring Your Whole Crew, Pac-Man skit, Ain't No Way, We Don't Give a Fuck, says Ja Rule Diss featuring Jadakiss and Styles P, Keep Your Shit the Hardest, Coming From featuring Mary J. Blige, It's All Good, which is my song, The Omen featuring Marilyn Manson, you're right, Slippin', track number 10, Slippin', No Love For Me, featuring Dragon and Swiss Beats, Dogs for Life, Blackout featuring Jay-Z and the Lox, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, Heat featuring Swiss Beats, and Prayer 2. So, I'll tell you right now, Trump DeSantis, you're probably right. You would be surprised. And ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Eazy-E is in the building. What is up, Eazy-E?
Bro.
Miguel, what's up, man?
These albums take He dropped those 2 albums in that same year, bro.
I know
That was
that was a crazy run, man. Rest in peace to DMX.
right.
And Ethan, you know, our condolences out to you and your family because of your father's passing. When was it? Last week, Ethan? Last week?
Yeah, last Thursday.
Last Thursday. So our condolences go out to you. And if you want to say something, feel free, my friend.
No, I just appreciate everybody that reached out to me, man. I had more people than I could ever imagine fucking reach out to me and continually check on me. Like,
Isn't that amazing?
I appreciate it, and it meant the world to me. Like, y'all have no idea. So I just want to say thank you.
The power of the internet, man. That's really, really sweet of everybody to just take some time to reach out, even just a quick message showing that you're thinking of someone. That goes a long way. Goes a long way. Even though you think, it's just a message, nothing big. For the person receiving it, you know, for what they're going through, it does go a long way. David said, sorry to hear, bro. And much love, Ethan, from Pots That Rock. Nico says the late 90s New York sound. Yeah, in the late 90s, that was my era of hip-hop, personally. You know, a lot of people like early 90s, you know, mid 90s. But late 90s was my era, really.
Can I say something that'll piss a lot of people off?
Please do. It's Pounding the Meat podcast.
I feel like music died after like 2005.
You know what? I think that happens every generation. You know, my parents said, you know, what is this shit? When they, not really, but when they hear the music I listen to, they're like, hey, what is this? This isn't Chuck Berry. This isn't Elvis.
Mumble rap and like a lot of like weird shit that just.
I'm telling you, it's a generational thing. It's kind of like, you know what's funny? You mentioned that. It's kind of like wrestling. We look at today's wrestling, we're like, man, it ain't the same. It's a generational thing, you know. It's you stop growing in your mind, in your taste. I feel your taste stops growing at a certain age.
Dude,
you know,
92 to 99.
Yeah, like that's our wrestling era. You know, some people it's the 70s, some it's the 80s.
No, I'm saying like hip hop. You know, like
my God, bro. Yeah,
I'm with Joey. I go 99 to about 91 to like 2001. To me, I'm good in that. Like,
yeah.
I remember once. So like, I'm a big Tupac fan, and my mom likes a few of his songs. So I let her borrow the album All Eyes on Me so she could listen to it on her way to work. This was back in 2004. She came back home. She's like, yep, can't do it. I had to turn it off after the fourth.
Bro, my mom would bump Eminem. Like, love Eminem.
Shout out to M, bro. Listen, I like early M. All right.
The Eminem Show, I think, is his best album.
You know what? People argue that. People argue that. They say it's between Eminem Show and Marshall Mathers LP. I'm more of a fan, honestly, of Recovery. You know, I like the old Eminem stuff, but Recovery just hit home with me. And then after that, I think it was pretty much his downfall after that point. Miguel says there's some good music out there. You just got to look for it. Listen, I'm a fan of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh.
You know,
are you really?
I'd love
like
me some.
For reals?
It's a for real thing. I'm a fan of Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I did like the one song he did. Forget the top off my head. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll look it up. I'll
let you. He did with Nicki Minaj.
Eminem on drugs was the better Eminem. Let's be real, you know.
But Eminem, by far to me, one of his best songs that doesn't get a lot of attention is, if you lyrically listen to it, Spacebound.
Spacebound's a good one. That's a great one, actually.
One of my favorite songs.
That's on Marshall Mathers LP 2.
The Way I Am. Dude.
Way I Am, that's Recovery.
Have you heard the Marilyn Manson?
That's LP.
That's LP, yeah.
Oh, wait, would you say The Way I Am?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, you're right.
I like when they did the little...
I lose a lot of people there.
Manson on that.
We got 6ix9ine definitely unsubscribed. Listen, I'm sorry. You know, I gotta be honest with you guys. The truth hurts sometimes. You know, I throw a little alcohol in my system. I want to get something bumping. You know, I'm playing some 2K. I'll throw a little. I'll choose Tekashi 6. I downloaded him. He's an available wrestler.
Blood Call.
He screams.
Blood Call, is it? I think it's called Blood Call.
I might have to take my like back. Listen, if we're dealing with likes here and subscriptions, I hate Tekashi 6ix9ine. What a piece of shit. What a snitch.
I love that video of him in the locker room getting beat up.
What a snitch. Yeah, I'm the only one. I'm starting to realize that. I hung in there, David, for a little bit, and then I was like, fuck, let me walk this back. So speaking of Fight Forever has been really, really going crazy on the internet within the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I would say. Fight Forever has been like this mystery. You know, people are wondering, it's going to suck. They haven't really said anything about it. You know, they're keeping it quiet because it's trash. You know, and then within the last, since Double or Nothing, when they allowed gamers to come in and play the game and release the videos on their YouTube channels, holy shit, we're getting a real good look at what Fight Forever is, the style of the game, the product that you're going to be purchasing, and we got the price. And can I say, the price is what I'm most hyped up about. Look at it this way. For you new console guys, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, even Nintendo Switch now, a brand new video game, 2K, whatever, is $69.99, $70, right? That's the new gen price of a new game, $70. They put this game out to pre-order, $60. 60, so $10 less, and with the season pass and all the expansions for the next however long year, $71 for PlayStation. So $71, you get the game and all the expansions. For WWE, I paid $120 for that shit. $120. Now the craziest thing I'm looking forward to about this game, okay, is the fact that with WWE, even with the sports games, Madden, NBA 2K, what do you got to do every fucking year? You got to buy a new one, right? And all that work you did in the previous one, season mode, create a player, it's all gone. It's done. With this one, with Fight Forever, they're looking at you purchasing seasons. Like the base game remains the same throughout. So all that work you put into it stays, and you just buy the expansions and the add-ons. And that I'm down with. Okay, now I'm hearing a lot about this, Justin. I'm hearing a lot about this. The graphics on the WWE games, they look better. And I couldn't agree with you more. Okay, graphically, you look at a 2K WWE, and I mean, it's leaps and bounds ahead of any wrestling game, really. But I'm telling you right now, like with the N64, it didn't have the best graphics compared to like SmackDown and you know, even Warzone, whatever. The models look corny. It was the gameplay. What made the game so successful was the addicting gameplay, and that's what they're pushing with Fight Forever, is the addicting arcade style, easy pick up and play, blood, gore, 70 weapons. I mean, we're going to have some fun with this fucking game. That's it. And it's okay to like both. It's okay. Yeah, Panetta says it right. Fight Forever isn't going for realism. It's more of a retro. It's a homage, would you say, to N64, to the Aki Gen.
I just want to throw a gas can at somebody,
bro,
and use the skateboard. When I saw the skateboard, I lost my mind.
These videos coming out, it's like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Meets No Mercy. Bro, there was a video clip of somebody setting a table on fire. Okay. And
I did it in 2K today.
You could set a table on fire. Now, you can't do that in 2K.
Yeah.
But what you can do in this Fight Forever game, you can, Ethan, you muted Pop. You can take the fire extinguisher and put the fire out. That's pretty cool, man. The mechanics were really impressive. So I'm looking forward to that. That is releasing, if you pre-order it, If you pre-order the Elite Edition, you get it a day early, June 28th, which is Dynamite Day. So I'm looking forward to that one. And that's in just over, 3 weeks?
I'm excited because, like you, I've been watching the videos.
They're crazy. They're addicting.
Dude, I want them to put out the video of the Casino Battle Royal because I want to see how the Battle Royal plays.
They leaked a video of the barbed wire explosion match. You know, the one that didn't go so well in real life? This one looks a lot better. The video game looks like how it should have been. Yeah, I'm excited.
I don't mind the graphics because it's going for that No Mercy look.
It's yeah.
I mean, No Mercy is arguably the best wrestling game ever.
Of all time.
You know, so, look, I want to see how the controls are on the Switch. That's what I want to see, because if it's good on the Switch, we could use the 64 wireless controller on it. And we found out something else that it's available for.
The Steam Deck.
Steam Deck, yeah.
So Steam Deck users, you're few and far between, but it's available for you. And I promise Ethan,
I'll have one for sale.
I promise you, Ethan, I promise you, you're going to fucking love this game. I'll bet my life on it.
I have no expectations of this game. I will get the game.
Were you a 64 guy or no?
No, I went from...
That's why.
That's why. What console was in between?
So you had PS2, right? Or was it PS2? No. Was it PS1, Joey? N64 era?
PS1, then 64.
Then PS2.
I went PS1, PS2.
Okay. So if you didn't experience N64, then it just doesn't process, right?
See, like we were talking about Killzone?
Yeah.
I spent hundreds of hours on Killzone.
Killzone was the game for the PS2 seller, or PS3, I'm sorry. Killzone 2 was the game.
But I think if you're not a wrestling game, if you haven't played from NES on every system, all the way up, but 64 was where you had WCW NWO World Tour. Not bad. Then you had Revenge. Which was amazing. And then WrestleMania 2000 came out.
Yep.
Which was awesome because it had the cage match.
Yep.
Which Revenge didn't have. And then No Mercy's yo, hold my beer. We're crushing it. Best wrestling game ever. And
that's where it ended, right there. And they really hope they are. They are. It's they announced the DLC packs for, I'm assuming it's the next year, and FTR is in it. There's a DLC pack specifically for FTR, for Hook. I forget who else, Joe. Who else is in the DLCs? I forget.
Hook was in Hobbs?
Hook is in there. I know FTR had their own DLC
Hobbs
pack.
Was in there.
Hobbs is in there. Jones just texted me, FTR is day one. So if you pre-order, I think you have to get the Elite Edition. If I'm not mistaken, it's only $11. Just get it. If you're a PlayStation player, get it.
And you got the alternate attires?
Yeah. Check out YouTube. You just put in AEW Fight Forever. There's a ton of videos. They showed Owen Hart.
You'll be able to find me online just hitting somebody with a sledgehammer.
Let's do it, bro. I mean, listen, we're all PS5 guys here. So, Jones, I would like to report, is purchasing a PlayStation 5 specifically for AEW Fight Forever.
He is probably going to have a lag edition when it first comes out.
So I am so proud of him. Looking forward to that. And David says, wait, I like SmackDown 2. 2 people could play career mode. SmackDown 2, yeah. That was on PlayStation 1.
Yo, this career mode in AEW Fight Forever is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. Because you can go eat. You can go train.
You can go eat. You can go lift weights. You can go party. You can go dancing. I mean, it's like a little GTA in there, man. So, yeah. We have also, last Friday, we had the release of the new WWE Undisputed, well, let's say it correctly, I'm sorry. Undisputed Universal Championship, but on the title itself, it just says Undisputed Champion. So I'm just going to go with it's the Undisputed Championship. They took the network logo. They put some black stones in it. And they put a textured gold plate behind it. There it is. That was the big reveal. It was met, I'm noticing, with mostly disappointment. And it's understandable because, Seth Rollins had this brand new title design, this whole new thing. And then for Roman, they give you this. Listen, this is just my opinion. It's the best network logo title they've made. Now, that's not difficult to do, okay? The network logo is the bare minimum design ever in the history of pro wrestling, okay? It is the most basic design you can ever do. Let's take the logo and make it big and put a border around. That's it. That's all it is. Now, this one looks better. The gold behind it makes it look cooler. Now, I like this photo better with the black gems. I think it looks a little Batman-esque, a little Dark Knight-ish. But Joey, what do you think of this design here? Are you impressed? Do you think they could have done better? What are your feels on this? Because we are belt marks too, by the way.
So I don't think they were ever going to give Roman an actual new belt. I think they were going to keep this for marketing purposes because if you see sports teams that win a championship, they're going to send it to the sports team with their logo on the side plates. I know a lot of people have wanted the winged eagle. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. See, I like the gold. When Roman, in this picture, it doesn't do it justice. When Roman's holding it,
you're right.
It looks phenomenal.
I feel like their photos, it takes, when you take the shine away from it,
yeah,
it really kills the title as a whole. This looks way better because you could tell that it had shine.
Yeah.
When you take that shine away and it's real flat looking, it just looks cheap. It looks like plastic. You know
what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Big Eagle a little bit, the gold scratch Big Eagle. I love the black with the red and the gold behind it. I think that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
You know how we're talking about how now I agree with you. I think it's the best network logo they've ever had.
Right.
You know how we're saying they just changed paint, right? I'm gonna go back to the Hogan 84 and 85. What was the difference? Just red and black.
Yeah, the paint color. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
strap was laced.
But still, it's just
Ethan, you feeling this one? I mean, as far as
hate it.
You hate it. Now, as far as network logos go,
I hate it.
No, but if you took the original network and then this one, those are the only two you could choose from. Would you choose this new one or the old?
See, I go the old one, but I think WWE's ass backwards on the way they do the titles. And if I was running the title department and what titles get in here, Roman should have Seth's title.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Way more prestigious. This should be the secondary. If they wanted to have the secondary title, this is that title. You keep your branding, all that shit, but it just...
what's crazy? When I saw the New World Heavyweight, I didn't like it. From jump, I was like, oh. And it grew on me. But I had to see him with it. Them holding the title. When I would see it on TV, I liked it, but when I saw their promo photos on Shop suck.
Yeah.
They suck. They make the belt look worse.
Have you seen some of the AI generated belt pictures around?
Yeah.
Way better.
They're crazy.
I think they're all ugly.
Way better than Roman's current belt.
The one with the eagle is
I haven't.
I did. I said that one to Joey. I was like, I like this one. There was a little eagle over. What was it? Was it the New World Heavyweight, right?
Yeah,
and it had an eagle over the logo. I kind of liked it. The one I
seen had a nice W in the center, big plate, still had some side plate doodads, and looks way better than the Roman belt now.
Now the New World title is growing on me. Am I gonna buy it? No, because I'm done. But I don't think they should have gave Roman the new title because he held that network logo. That's when he won it, so he should continue with it. It just makes sense storyline purposes.
His 1,000 days was the Universal though, right?
Yeah, so it's Universal Undisputed, but
Yeah,
they're both combined.
So is he still?
No, I know.
Is he still keeping those two other ones?
That's what confuses me. Like the whole how they're.
We'll find out Friday, I guess. I don't know if does he have 3 belts or are those 2 belts kind of retiring now?
They should be retired.
Into this one. I agree. 3 belts. That's too much, bro.
Can you imagine Heyman carrying all 3 of them in the ring?
Oh my God, he could barely carry 2. He's got to put one down for the microphone. And King J. Sean, what up, baby? Another belt brother of ours. How are you? We were just discussing your favorite title, the new Undisputed. What do you think, King J. Sean? We love it just as much as you do. We love it.
I think what happened was they had some main plates left over from the Snoop Dogg belt. Okay, you stack the main plate, you don't stack the side plates, you don't change. There's so much lack of originality. It looks like a Roman Reigns tribute belt.
What's crazy is that it was amazing to me how many people love that Snoop Dogg belt. I couldn't believe the amount of people that loved it. And to me, it was hideous. To me, I was like, oh, am I missing something here? Is it just taste? What is wrong with me?
In person, though, the Snoop Dogg belt, I've held that belt. Quality-wise, felt better than any of the network logos I've ever had.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing they're getting better on their leather because this new Undisputed, they're covering the screws. I'm wondering if it has the same leather style as the Snoop Dogg.
Possibly.
You know?
Stacked main plate was nice. It had a nice weight to it. But, again, just not my thing.
Yeah. The network logo just gets boring. You know, it's boring. But to most people don't care. You know, the main fan base of WWE could care fucking less about belts. You know, they're like, that's nice, new belt, whatever. They probably couldn't even tell you the difference between that one and the old one, honestly. You know, but for us, you know, design marks and all that, we have difference of opinion. Justin says they should have had the WWE Championship lineage connected to Seth's belt and present Roman with a new Universal Championship belt. The lineage, and King J. Shaw says, haha, man, I'm burnt out on these network logo belts. Bring back the classics. The lineage confused me too, because originally I thought Seth Rollins' New World Heavyweight was going to have the lineage of the World Heavyweight that was retired in 2012, Randy Orton. Yeah. That's not the case. This is a brand new, same name, World Heavyweight Championship with a new lineage. And I'm assuming that Roman's is going to have both the lineages.
So they've just applied all the lineages to Roman's gold
Is that
belt?
what's happening? The WWE Championship, which is Winged Eagle and all that, you know, from the 60s, and the Universals? Or are they done and Roman has a brand new lineage starting? That's what's confusing. I have no fucking idea. I'd have to, the only way to tell is on WWE's site, you can go to the championships and the lineage of those titles, and that's how you find out, because they don't explain it.
Even on Wikipedia, when you do, like...
Thank you, bro. I'll fix that.
When you do, like, the NWA, even the United States title, it goes all the way back from the NWA US to the WCW US to the current now. It's just a whole...
I don't know.
What I think they're doing with the Undisputed, why they're calling it the Undisputed, is remember in 2002 when they had Brock Lesnar had the Undisputed belt, Triple H had the big goal, which was the WWE Championship.
Right.
So I think that's what they're doing with Seth, calling his the WWE Championship. Roman's is the Undisputed. So I think that's how they're working.
I think people get confused though too. Then you throw on the Universal, and you're like, okay, where's the Universal fit in this?
So they took 3 titles. And they merged them into 2. But I'm going to have to look up the lineage on the website and see where WWE is going with it. Are they discontinuing the Universal and just taking the original WWE title and moving it along with the new Undisputed and just keeping that lineage going? Who the fuck knows?
I mean, I guess you could have just called it the Universal because that's the one Roman held the longest. So
they also they didn't technically announce, but WWE will be releasing 2 new titles for the women. And what I'm reading is that the women's championship for Rhea will be Seth's version, but smaller. So they're taking the identical design of the New World Heavyweight and just making it a little smaller, putting it on a white strap for Miss Rhea Ripley. And then they are taking Roman's design, making it a little smaller, putting it on a white strap, and giving that one to Asuka. I don't know how that's going to look with black gems. They may have to go back to the white gems if they're putting on a white strap. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to look with a gold background. It might clash. Who knows? But that is
I like
the
how
report.
they are right now. I don't think they need to change it.
They're the wrong colors right now, though. That's a problem.
At this point, they're going to send it to somebody in the hobby, and it's going to come back with spray paint and LEDs.
Bro, let me tell you something.
The
women's championships are the absolute worst in all of pro wrestling right now, in WWE. The Raw Women's Championship is blue. The Raw Women's Champion has the SmackDown Women's title. And then the SmackDown Champion has the Raw Women's title.
Yeah.
Well, of any promotion, WWE has the
fuck?
worst. WWE has the worst belts of any promotion right now.
Let's see. Vorn says, as of now, both titles still say is instead of was, so I'm thinking both are still active. See, this is what they need to... they never explain it. They just make you guess or think you're not... I should digress and say most fans probably don't care and don't think about it.
No, I don't think WWE even cares.
Apparently they don't. Because they're just throwing the wrong titles on the wrong brands. They haven't even stuck with the brand split.
Because people are going to buy it. If you go on the site right now, it will show you when's the last time somebody purchased that belt.
I'm going to beg you all, please stop buying these, what are they called? What are these belts where they make them all, they design them.
Series.
Please stop buying them. I beg of you.
I would much rather somebody bootleg a network logo or a spinner to date.
Please don't.
Than buy those signature series.
Please stop.
Do you remember the razor and it had the toothpick holder?
Oh my God. $500, because WWE keeps making them. They're like, oh, they're great. They're selling like hotcakes.
The Kurt Angle one at WrestleMania Access, people were buying it.
I still think the ugliest one is either the Rey Mysterio or the Randy Orton was pretty ugly.
The Brock was bad.
The Brock was pretty ugly. The Brock looked the strap looked like fish scales. Oh,
it's kind of like his tattoo on the back.
Who looks at this and goes, "This is amazing."
But even Undertaker, remember when Stone Cold put it on the Smoking Saul session? He's like, "Oh, did you see this?" Undertaker's like,
Yeah, the wrestlers themselves hate their signature series, except Ric Flair. Ric Flair loves anything Ric Flair.
Dude, Kane got a signature series of a belt he held for a day.
Yeah, you're right. You're
that
right.
Makes sense, though.
You're right. It's Glenn. Excuse me. It's Glenn.
Yes, Mayor Glenn.
Mayor Glenn. Shout out to Mayor Glenn, and
Dude,
he has 2 signatures tight.
What about Mankind? Brothers of Destruction tag.
He has 2 of them.
Remember Mankind and Triple H? Oh, Triple H one was bad.
Oh, Vorn is right. I forgot about this one. Vorn, you get applause for that. Vorn is absolutely right.
Which was the Triple H one?
It was the most hideous.
It was
Joey, can you find a picture?
It was his old look.
Bro, let me see. We got to show this. Hold on. Was it Triple H?
Signature.
You know what? I'm going to do it for you guys because I try to.
Okay, I remember.
You remember this one? Okay,
yes.
Let's see if it lets me. Let me see if it lets me save this.
If not, I can send it to you.
Send it to me in Facebook Messenger. It's easier to. Let's do that. Oh my God. This was. I remember when this released. This is one of the first signature series, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Well, Cena had a signature one. He's had a few.
And you know what? His aren't that bad, though. You know, for signature series.
The orange strap ain't bad with him.
For signature series. Now, I'm not saying...
Man, HBK, Hogan, Brett.
All right, here we go. I got you guys right here. And I'm sorry to put you through this. I am sorry to put you through this. But here is... Vaughn has reminded us that this is the absolute worst signature series title in the history of signature series titles. This one. And one thing that it might be hard to tell is the main plate is honestly as fat as a pancake. Flat as a pancake, bro. I mean, there is not a curve in sight on this belt. He said it looks like a dinosaur.
I'm still not a fan of the Warrior one either.
I'll take the Warrior one over this one.
I think they shot it with paintballs. I do love the tip, though, on the Warrior belt.
I will take the Warrior one over this piece of shit. Horrible.
The Orton one is bad, though.
Oh, they're dude. So many of them. You can't even count. They're just terrible. You know, and it seems like every event they release a new one, and they quietly release it. They don't announce it. They just release them to the public at the events, and then word of mouth, you know, spreads the information. I think it's smart.
I think people buy these belts at the events because they want to be the first one.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's smart. WWE knows what they're doing. They say, you know what, we just released these at the event, so it looks like it's very limited. And the buyers can flex it. I'm the first one to get it. It's not even out yet. You know, like, and no matter how ugly it is, the fact that you have it before it's available to the public is a flex. You know? Panetta says the Lesnar undisputed signature is trash. And Vince approved that. 100% Vince approved that. Vince has been approving a lot lately. He's been approving Raw scripts.
It's not been bad, though.
He's been changing Raw scripts. Last Raw, I will say, I was surprised that Vince was even involved. Because I thought it was a good Raw. You know, but the one before it, that was a Vince Raw all day.
Was that last Raw was what KO had the gun, KO and Gunther, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was fantastic, man.
But that was apparently that was a Vince Raw.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Shit. Okay.
He's been
I'll take
there
it.
A few times. Well, I think they were in Stamford, Connecticut, the one Raw, like this past week or 2 weeks ago, and he was there. But he's been, whenever he's not there, he's doing rewrites. And I got to give it to him. And you know what's crazy? That segment with Roman, when they unveiled the new title,
yeah,
that segment alone did 2.5 million views.
That's amazing. Well, that was SmackDown, right? That was,
SmackDown,
but still, it's incredible. Shout out to WWE. Shout out to WWE for that.
Here's something else. This past Friday's confrontation between the members of the Bloodline is the most socially watched segment from SmackDown this year, with over 40 million social digital views.
Wow.
Well, that hug was kind of sweet, though.
Wow, they're doing something right, man. You know, and WWE needs to copy. Or not WWE, I'm sorry, AEW needs to copy whatever the fuck they're doing because listen, you know me, I'm a big AEW guy. I love AEW. I want nothing but the best for AEW because I love the competition. But Double or Nothing was trash. Let's get that out of the way. Double or Nothing was absolute garbage. For watching every AEW event up to that point, I felt that was the worst thing I've ever seen put out by AEW as a pay-per-view. That was a Dynamite level product at best. And I am so glad that I did not spend $60. Thank you, Matt Marabito. I owe you lunch. I owe you lunch.
Thank you
for that.
Also, Matthew Marabito.
Jesus.
So I was at a family
horrible
party. By the time I got home, I turned it on. Thank you to Matthew Marabito, you sexy, crazy devil. It was the Jade and Taya match. All right?
Yeah.
So I saw it from that point on. Everything that happened before, I don't know. I didn't watch it, so I can't comment on that.
Right.
But from what I seen on the Jay and Taya match, okay, not bad. I don't mind Chris Statlander coming in and winning that belt. I don't mind it at all. because Jade was beat up from the match, so it makes her loss, doesn't hurt her. Now the four-way, the four pillars match, I liked it. Everybody got their spots in.
The two matches I enjoyed, okay, out of that entire event were the four pillars match, and for some reason I enjoyed the
Anarchy in the Arena.
I did.
I did too. So I read. It was said that they couldn't do a lot of stuff because of the arena.
The arena wouldn't let them.
Wouldn't let them.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the match. We knew it was going to be blood and chaos the whole match. So I knew going in it was going to be chaos. I liked the match. I didn't mind it at all.
I'm a fan of tax. For some reason, I love when they bust out those tax, bro.
I had text Vinny. I was like, bro, after the Jade match, I texted. I was like, I just can't do this anymore.
Yo, and then I told you, I said, listen, I'm looking forward to the four pillars and the. I hung in there, but to me, it was the worst AEW event they've put on. Because they have been stellar with pay-per-views.
Well, there's been some that have been kind of bad.
I mean, there's been, compared to theirs, yes.
Yeah, last one, we were like, but then, the Iron Man match made the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But you kind of forget about everything else. But it's just like WWE back in the day. There were some hit and misses with pay-per-views as well.
But you look at it, that pay-per-view was supposed to be so hyped for them. And then you followed up with WWE Saudi event that was actually
shout out to WWE,
pretty
bro.
Fucking good.
Shout out to WWE. Bro.
I was surprised.
I think AEW they rushed Double or Nothing because I think they're waiting to get to Forbidden Door and
Wembley.
I think that's what they're waiting for.
Wembley. Now I'm wondering with Wembley coming up. Well, since it's been such a success as far as tickets go, to me, it's a success. I don't care if they sell it out or not. Selling 70,000 or close to 70,000 is a fucking success.
Yeah.
Okay. Will this become will All In become a new yearly pay-per-view?
It should.
I mean, holy shit. That's incredible to sell that many tickets.
That's it's like twofold, right?
Fuck.
I think, in my opinion.
I think Forbidden Door is going to be amazing because you got Bryan and Okada, Omega and Ospreay. Oh, I cannot wait for that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then possibly Adam Cole and MJF.
Adam Cole, Bay.
Yo, that promo on Wednesday. Oh,
we'll get to that. We will get to that. I promise you. But what were you going to say, Ethan, about the All In?
I think it's twofold. You're fantastic. You sell that many tickets.
Oh my God! You know what? Let me give them a round of applause. AEW, congratulations.
Selling that many tickets is one thing, but if your pay-per-view stinks,
like they got to follow up. They got to follow up.
You got to hit the home run.
I believe in them. I believe in them with this one, and I think they knew going into this it wasn't going to be good. For some reason, I just felt like they knew this was a miss, but they had to put it on.
They're waiting for Forbidden Door and All In.
They know Forbidden Door and All In is where their focus is. I'm looking forward to seeing AEW in a stadium. Like as far as a visual perspective, I'm looking forward to how they build the set. This is their first stadium show. What are they going to do? Are they going to keep
the small ones in Daly's place, which was outside, but it was like covered a little bit.
But this is a stadium. This is a big boy.
They're going to go, no pun intended, all out.
They better. They better, because the 70,000 people here. You're gonna have a lot of eyes on you. Yeah. Let me see. Panetta says wait until Forbidden Door. I think Panetta's going. Listen, I gotta look at flights possibly. I will talk to Panetta on that. WWE don't miss for now. WWE is on a hot streak. I will admit that, and I'm coming from a WWE or AEW guy. WWE, let's give them their flowers. Because they've been doing a lot better than the last 2-3 years, honestly.
I like it when there's competition between both.
I want both to do well, man. It's better for us.
Yeah.
What's up, Vinny? What's up, Kirk? How you doing, man? And Okada, Danielson match of the year. A lot of people saying that. But listen, I want both brands to succeed. I want them to both do well because for the viewer and the fan, that's what's awesome. All this tribalism bullshit, pick one side and that's it. Go fuck yourself. Who gives a shit? You know, you look like a fucking idiot by going that hard for a fucking pro wrestling brand. You should want them all to do well because, bro, do you want to go back to the days of WWE only? I don't. As far as a mainstream level, I don't. I would like a choice.
WWE and WCW, man, that was...
You know, shit. This is the closest we're going to get to it. Is James Taylor going... You know what? James Taylor goes to anything where two men are in spandex.
He cannot go to Forbidden Door.
Is he banned?
Is he allowed in the country?
From the country?
That's a rumor innuendo.
He's got several fathered children in Canada that he's back on child support.
Is he banned from Canada, bro?
He's going to change his name.
How can you be banned from Canada? They give out free health care. How are you banned from that country? Wow.
Weird. James is banned from Canada. Now there's like forest fires and shit.
James Taylor, yo, what? Yo, shout out to the people that are still breathing in our country. Thanks, Canada.
Yeah,
for fuck's sake, bro. What are you doing? Keep your smoke there, man. Yeah, I called my family in Jersey, man. They're saying the air is not good.
We don't have it here in Ohio.
I don't have it here.
Ohio yet. My wife was supposed to go into work today because Thursday she goes in the office. The office said, yo, stay home because of the air.
Really?
I live in California. We burn down every year.
Now, I'm seeing pictures and the sky is orange. And it's not a sunset. It's fucking just smoke.
Last year, we went 4 days without seeing the sun.
Wow.
Because it was raining ash that bad.
My boy said, yo, he had to shut his windows and stuff. He smelled smoke. Like,
yeah, I guess you can't
smoke.
turn on your AC. You got to keep the windows shut.
That's incredible.
Dude, Nico's right, man. James Taylor goes across the border. You got the Mountie there with a cattle prod.
By the way, rest in peace to the legend Iron Sheik. Shout out to his career. An absolute legend. And an even bigger legend on Twitter. That guy, holy shit.
Fuck you, Hogan.
One of the funniest gimmicks of all time. I don't think that man ever stepped out of his gimmick, ever.
If Sheik was alive right now, he would say, I ran #1, Canada, a pooey, because of the air control.
This motherfucker was wild, man.
I'm just glad we got to see that documentary on A&E.
Yeah.
Like a month ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember, I think it was
Sheik.
You sent me the video on YouTube, the documentary about his life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because of how good of an amateur wrestler he was.
He was an athlete,
he was a
bro.
coach for the U.S. Olympic team.
Yep.
Like that's how, like he looked so different with hair, and he was so just
I posted his on our Facebook. We have a public Facebook page. Look it up. It's Pounding the Meat on Facebook, and I post a lot of old school matches and like we'll post the wrestlers' birthdays, some like more mainstream news articles. We don't post every single fucking thing there is because there's plenty of pages that do that, but like stuff that we love, or like today was Tatanka's birthday. So we posted a birthday message to Tatanka, and then we posted his debut match.
Versus Pat Tanaka.
Versus Pat. And I could not believe they put Tatanka against Tanaka.
I liked Tatanka when he had like the white pants.
Yeah.
Dude, that was...
I didn't know. See, I didn't know he had white pants until I looked up the debut.
Have you seen Razor Ramon's debut when he had like the long purple tights?
Yep. But check it out. Follow us on Facebook page. I think we are up to, if I'm not mistaken, this is crazy. Because we post a lot of content on there.
Yeah, we do.
Our Facebook page is up to 184,000 followers. 184. 184,000 people follow this page. And 14,000 likes. There it is. Look.
Thank you for everybody that contributes on the page and who follows and comments. The comments are hilarious.
So we will post just old wrestling matches, content,
promos,
the
Mega Maniacs, or
anything that's like real stupid
The Ultimate Maniacs?
Like I sent Ethan the link to one of them. I was like, Ethan, this is the Warrior like at the top. And it was one of the funniest was it Mega Maniacs that I see? Was it Macho?
When he's singing country.
Forever. My Maniacs classes are almost done. They'll be done this weekend. Bro.
You gotta show them, bro.
I'll show them off.
Yo, some of the Warrior promos with Macho and with Hogan, they are legit classics.
You know what?
Legit.
I like the Ultimate Maniacs, but I also got to say F them because they ruined my first pay-per-view.
Bro, chill, bro. And then I posted Nails, a good Nails promo, and surprisingly, dude, I posted it. I was like, this is going to do terrible, right? Because it's Nails. But I think people like seeing what's rare and what really isn't seen as much, you know, and a Nails promo is not something that WWE really publicizes or focuses on. And to me, Nails wasn't that bad of a guy, of a gimmick. I kind of dug Nails to the point where I reached out to him. Hopefully he responds.
The Doink one is hilarious.
Doink.
Hilarious.
Love me some Doink.
Doink promos are great. I mean, there's some really old school stuff from the mid-90s.
Funeral parlor ones.
The Brother Love skits. Yeah. The funeral parlors. I mean, even the King's Court, like early King's Courts. They're so good.
Remember the Heartbreak Hotel?
Heartbreak Hotel. I mean, they're shitty, but they're funny. You know, they're just so bad it's good.
Warrior Funeral Parlor. Like, I remember crying as a kid because he was locked in there.
Yeah, in the casket.
Yeah, we posted it.
And now as an adult, I'm watching it, and this guy's like got the drill, and I'm just like, I can't believe I cried at that. But at the time,
you have 4 to 5 grown men there trying to figure out how to get Ultimate Warrior out of this casket. And you can tell that they're faking the fucking crowbar and shit. But as a kid, you're like, oh my god, he's gonna die.
It, and you could see the door move up.
Yeah. Now you're like, what the fuck, bro? But as a kid, you're like, holy shit, Warrior's gonna die. But then
the power drill though was the best part.
What was cool is if you didn't notice it when they opened the casket up, they Warrior, the top of the casket, the material is ripped away. Mm-hmm. And that was a cool little detail to show that Warrior was trying to escape. And that's a detail that you would overlook mostly, but no, they kept it. They kept that detail there.
What was the one? It was, I think Warrior was in there, and I think Savage was on commentary, and Savage is like, yeah, lock him in there for what he did to me. He put me in retirement.
Did we post that one or no?
We did.
My other favorite of those would never fly now is the Jake Roberts one, when Jake Roberts locks Warrior into the snake room.
Oh, no, I was looking for that, actually. With the snakes, right?
I have it, yeah.
Send it to me. I got to post that one.
If you watch it closely, Warrior's punting actual snakes. He's like kicking like fucking alive snakes.
Oh, I got to post that, bro.
Yeah,
I got to post that. I got to post that.
The Cobra that pops out and looks at Warrior is a fake one. It's a prop one.
Like, yeah, and
is it?
They did.
Where they have a glass in between?
It was fake, but then they did a part where they had one where they had plexi in front of it so they can get that face-to-face.
Like, if you ever look at Macho Man and Elizabeth's wedding, when Jake crashes it at the end, he's got the Cobra by Elizabeth. It's a fake Cobra. She's trying not to laugh.
Really?
Looking at it. Yeah.
I posted the proposal. Now, there's a couple of videos that I can't post. They get automatically taken down. And I'm starting to realize there are ones that were posted on A&E documentaries. Mm-hmm. So if they were on an A&E biography, that's technically A&E content. So like when I posted the barbershop incident with the Rockers, that's been on every documentary there is. So I know that's coming down. The proposal's been on every documentary. That's coming down.
I'm just glad we found Superstars 91.
Superstars. So I've been looking at like original 91, 92, 93 Superstars shows, wrestling challenges, and there's a lot of gems in those shows.
They got like Superstars 92 and up on the Peacock. But 91, they don't. That's like the one I love. And I love watching because there'll be like 3 to 4 episodes in one thing.
And I even saw some 89s, 90s. You know, like there's some gems in there, bro. Some Roddy Pipers in there that are just classics. So follow us on the Facebook page. We'll continue to post them for you guys. I post 1 or 2 daily. This last week I've been kind of just out of it, just being sick. But normally I'll post 1 to 2 a day.
And you have the Warrior one now to rip. I sent it to you.
Perfect. I'm posting that. I got to post that one.
You did post the Warrior Roberts one.
Not with the snakes. No, I did post a Warriors Roberts one, but that was a funeral parlor when he was teaching Ultimate Warrior how to survive Undertaker.
Oh, how to dig.
Yeah. But yeah, back to the Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik. Now, a lot of people were commenting, do you agree that if it weren't for the Iron Sheik, Hulkamania would not exist? Fact or fiction? I think that's going a little far. I think, now listen, of course he was the one that gave the title to Hogan, but I think with or without that title run or without that title match, Hulkamania still would have happened. We thank Sylvester Stallone for Hulkamania, by the way. We thank Rocky.
I saw Expendables 4 trailer today. Not bad.
Really? Trailer came out?
Yeah.
Is he in it? Is Stallone in it?
Yeah.
I've been watching his reality show, Family Stallone. And man, I feel like a bitch watching it, but I'm addicted. Give it a shot. It's on Paramount Plus.
So, my thing with the Sheik. Now, I think he was a good heel to catapult Hogan. But I think when they knew they were going to give the title to Hogan, so they didn't want a Backlund to drop the belt, a face drop it to a face. Because they don't, probably Hogan wouldn't get that reaction.
Right.
So I think they needed a solid heel. They could have put, like, say, I don't know who was a heel back then. Say, like, Cowboy Bob Orton could have won the title. They could have had Cowboy Bob Orton drop it to Hogan. Hogan would have still happened.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have made a difference.
Hulkamania was an inevitability. That
regardless,
was going to happen regardless of Iron Sheik or not.
I agree. And of course, we have Mike Jones being controversial as always. Let me be controversial. Without Sheik, no title reign for Hogan. Backlund said no, he wouldn't put him over. Listen, regardless of Sheik or not, listen, we respect the Sheik and his legacy and what he's done. Trust me, any wrestling fan knows who the Iron Sheik is. The Iron Sheik is a legend in his own right. But Hogan would have gotten the title at some point, with or without Sheik. Let's be real here.
I'm going to say something like this. Some people may not like this, but that's okay. The Sheik is most known for losing to Hulk Hogan.
You ain't lying.
I mean, wow.
That's what I remember.
Interesting. That's an interesting.
When you think of the Iron Sheik, and you're like, oh man, that's when he lost to Hulk Hogan.
Fucking dropped the big green to Hogan.
All right. That's. Wow. Now that you say that, it's interesting. It's an interesting perspective.
What else has he had? He came back as Colonel Mustafa. Came back in the summer of 91. Spring, summer 91.
Is Sheik most memorable for his Hogan match?
Basically,
is that what you're saying?
I mean, he had a short feud with Slaughter after that. Mm-hmm. And then Duggan, and then him and Duggan got fired because they were,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. In ring, that was Sheik's claim to fame. And then, you figure out of the ring, he probably made more headways with all of his.
Oh my God!
Hulk Hogan and his Warrior rants and
his shows on what's that radio show?
Howard Stern.
His Howard Stern interviews alone are gems. Fucking gems. Whether he's gimmick or not, they are gems.
When he's arguing with a guy about like smoking crack.
When he's arguing with the fake Macho Man. Oh my! The guy sounds nothing like Macho Man, and he's spazzing out. I mean, it's grade A comedy gold. Look them up.
You jabroni, F you.
They're on our Facebook page. They're so funny. His immediate insult was, "I'll fuck your family." Like, "I'll fuck your wife. I'll fuck your this." That's all he said. He was crazy. Rest in peace, Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. I agree. Agree, Matthew.
That's what he's most known for.
Yeah, interesting stuff. So I found an interesting little report here. And it is hard to believe. It is hard to believe. But CM Punk returning to AEW, you would figure, you would assume ticket sales would skyrocket, especially for Collision. But I believe there's a little bit of PTSD out there for AEW fans. There's a little bit of PTSD. And that PTSD is caused by a little show called AEW Rampage. Because if you go back year and a half, I would say, about a year and a half, AEW Rampage was the stepping stone of the return of CM Punk. And according to AEW, Rampage was going to be where you would watch CM Punk from this point on. You have Dynamite, and then you got the CM Punk show, AEW Rampage. AEW Rampage turned out to being one of the biggest wrestling flops of all time. It was one of the worst wrestling shows ever, and it was there were multiple reasons for this. Not only the CM Punk stuff, but I mean, the show was on at 10 o'clock at fucking night on a Friday. 1 hour. You can't do much with an hour with all the talent you have. So you're on Friday night, 10 o'clock, 1 hour long. What the fuck are you doing? It was basically an AEW dark. That's what it was.
Basically what it is, because if you go to a Dynamite show, they record Rampage after Dynamite.
It's like a Sunday Night Heat.
Yeah.
You know, it was just something there. Sunday Night Heat actually had more credibility than AEW Rampage.
Because that was before pay-per-view.
Correct. So I feel like people are skeptical at this point. Ticket sales have gone up for the Chicago debut of Collision, which is June 17th. I'll be watching. Everyone will be watching that show. Let's be real, because it's the return of CM Punk. You're excited. You want to see what happens. You want to see the reaction. Cool. But after that point, the ticket sales for Collisions have not gone up. People are nervous that this is a Rampage Part 2. And I don't blame them.
Well, what are you expecting, really? What has CM Punk done in his AEW career that is going to generate any hope at this point? He's been in AEW for how long now? 2 years?
I think about a year. Well, you mean on screen or off? On screen. He's about a good year. A solid year.
And what has it been? It's been like that friend that you watch hooks up with the neighborhood floozy, and he thinks he's going to change something, but it's going to be the same outcome.
It was cool in the beginning, like it was exciting, and then you know what? You know what the problem was, bro? I don't think face CM Punk is good, man. I'm just not a fan of face CM Punk and crowd pandering CM Punk. I want heel CM Punk.
Shit, yeah, that was the other thing that got annoying quick.
The crowd pandering. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan of that. It was cool in the beginning, like, because, yeah, he was thanking everyone, but it got old very fast. And hopefully the direction is different this time. Panetta says, the market in Hamilton, Ontario, for example, is crap, especially in the summer. People are away at their cottages in July, etc. There's also no word on what station Collision will air on in Canada. I'm assuming it's the same as Dynamite, right? I would assume.
So, I think CM Punk's best thing in AEW was his feud with MJF.
Oh, and listen.
Can I get some?
I'm gonna flex. I was there with James Taylor, with the wrestling slut himself, for the dog collar match, which was awesome. It was Revolution 2021. Fun event.
Old ROH music. You know?
Fun event.
But for what?
We had a great time.
We wanted it to be, from his initial pop of his return on screen to what it was. You can peg down one match, and then it's just been.
It went like this. It went like this. Even his title reigns were just flukes, unfortunately.
Like when him and Mox, like, because me and James were at the Dynamite when he lost it to Mox, and then he won it at the pay-per-view.
That was so
like
bad,
that.
bro.
Yeah, I didn't like that, but
me neither.
To me, as a fan, I like CM Punk back. Here's my thing with Collision. Will it be live or will it be taped? Because that's going to make a big difference.
I'm hoping it's live.
If it's live every
week, I'm praying it's
then
live.
I think it will be good.
I like CM Punk. if you do something with him.
They gotta do the right thing with him,
he has
man.
Control over his character. Him and
well, he better.
Him and Ace Steel. Ace Steel is back. Him and Ace Steel have control over his character. Now, I agree. He should come out and go full heel.
100%, bro.
On the elite. But he will not be only on Collision. Because there is rumors that, hey, sometimes he'll be on Collision, sometimes he'll be on Dynamite. Sometimes Omega and the Bucks will be on Dynamite, sometimes he'll be on Collision. So he won't only be put on one show.
I think they're going to sneak him on Dynamite here and there. They're going to try. They're trying to show storyline wise that he cannot be with the elite. Yeah. They have to be separated to continue this relationship, and I think that's where they're going with it. Kind of like a work, a work shoot type thing. You know,
the ticket sales don't bother me because this is one of my big issues. People hate on WWE, but they also hate on AEW. It's vice versa, okay? You could say, AEW's ticket sales ain't doing well. Well, in the past, WWE's ticket sales ain't doing well. So, pick your poison.
And I agree with that. And it's a lot of it could be economical too. The location. Yeah. People are.
I was surprised. Weren't there 2 shows in Canada for Collision? I think there were 2 of them announced for Canada.
Toronto and
I was surprised with that. Yeah, I was surprised.
I mean, the AEW tickets. I think Dynamite. I don't know what we paid, but if there's
they're not expensive.
But if there's a Raw's coming here in 2 weeks, I'm gonna take my son. I don't mind spending money for tickets.
Well, you know what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking it could be this too. People are skeptical of this show because of the Rampage destruction. Maybe they're waiting. Let's see what this Collision does. Let's see how this show is. Because according to the numbers, it's almost sold out. There's still about 1,000 tickets left for Chicago, which I think it will sell out.
I think Rampage was
it was terrible because of the time slot. When I heard the time slot at 10 p.m., I was like, that's terrible. That's awful. That's too late. But I think 8 o'clock Saturday night, it's not too bad of a slot. And I think people are just waiting. They're not ready to jump with both feet in because of the terrible show that Rampage was. So maybe people they're just holding off.
That fool me once kind of thing.
Yeah. I think they're just waiting.
I'm happy to have him back.
They need him. They need him. They need him.
They do need him. I want to see the MJF Punk feud continue. I think that story still is there. Now, he's going to come back with a new shirt, and I'm going to buy it. Everybody else will buy it. And
I'm going to be a mark, and I'll buy it too. Speaking of AEW, we have a little bit of time left. AEW last night, I really enjoyed. I'm not going to go into the whole show, but I enjoyed. Holy shit. MJF and Adam Cole Bay. What a little promo they had. That was cool. Facebook user, how are you, man? Visit us on YouTube. That way we can see your name, bro. YouTube, just go to poundingthemeat.com. That way we can say your name and push you up. And there was, you know what, bro? Adam Cole, for being a skinny little guy, for not having the wrestling body, for being small, and he could work that microphone, man.
Dude.
He could really work that mic. He went toe to toe with MJF. That was good.
Now, Adam Cole's got great mic work, right? But MJF was just hitting them, with shots after shot. I'm like,
haymaker after haymaker.
Yeah, because, Cole's in there like, all right,
Yeah.
But when he came back with how about we both piss in the cup and we'll see which one's clean?
I was like, wow.
He was just hitting them with stuff.
It was one of the best back and forths I've seen.
I loved it. I thought it was great. And you know what? It was well done. And you know what? That promo made me look forward to the match.
What was your guys' best line in that promo?
I'll tell you, you took mine.
I can't remember the whole line, but when he talked about not going to the big show, not going to WWE or whatever the fuck he was talking about.
You took mine with the steroids.
Yeah.
That one, and I was very surprised that he said Keith Lee.
Or when he said Vince McMahon.
But even like, he went deeper. He went, like Vince McMahon. You should have been Keith Lee's manager. I was like, bro, I think that's where it ended. Bro, that was dirty. And Vince hello.
McMahon didn't see you as a big time player.
And he was right. Hello, Anna. We love you. We love you. So looking forward to that. Mr. Tony, how are you, my friend? Nerdcast, check them out. They are on YouTube. Just look up Nerdcast, I'm assuming.
The Nerdcast.
The Nerdcast. Put in the.
Some good things, man.
Good pop, shout out to the Nerdcast. They do movie reviews and lightsaber reviews. They even do some gay porn reviews, which is pretty cool.
I've been working with Tony on those reviews, the gay porn reviews. So
Tony, look at you, King.
I'm sure you have.
They're improving.
If you ever need help reviewing some gay porn, let me know. Speaking of gay porn, what was funny was I made a post on the Pound in the Meat page that wrestling merch back in the 90s was fucking wild, right? There were like 7 and 8 year olds with middle finger foam hands, which I have. Thank you to Mr. J. Cross in the back here. I have a middle finger foam hand. Someone then messaged that, and they posted a comment. Did you ever notice the Val Venus shirt? And I never noticed it. And they posted a picture in the comments of the Val Venus shirt. And I shit you not. Never noticed this.
Is it the Vic Valboski one?
Bro, it says...
Or locked, cocked, and ready.
On the front, it says, I am cocked. And then on the back, it says, locked and ready to unload. And it's
but the
written...
way the text is.
It's written in white jizz. Look at this. This is... Yo, WWF was wild, bro. I am cocked, locked, and ready to unload. They had the best fucking merch back during the Attitude Era.
One when they came out in 2003, it said paid late and made.
Bro. And now it's real PC. Gotta be careful, but dude.
ECW's ones were crazy.
ECF and W.
I had one that said ECW, and on the back it said our big boys kick ass.
Wow. I mean, it was just a whole different time then, bro. A whole different time. But yeah, it's about that time. We will be live Thursday next week. We appreciate you guys joining in for the conversation. We are available on audio platforms, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and whatever else there is. There's a bunch of them. We're on YouTube, of course, and Facebook, Pounding the Meat. Everything is Pounding. Instagram, Twitter. That's a good idea, Babel. That's a good idea. I should do Pounding the Meat in jizz letters. Hoping Jones will approve of that.
I want to say, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit that like and subscribe, man. Hit the little bell, too, so you know when we're live, bro. Appreciate it. Shakon, thank you for joining, man. I see you on social media. You're the fucking man. I appreciate it. Miguel, thank you. Good night. We'll see you next Thursday. Appreciate all the engagement, man. We love y'all. Peace out.